Good morning. Welcome back to the DECAMERON Project. I'm Dan McCleary of Tennessee Shakespeare Company. Welcome. It's May 4, and our theme today, perseverance. On this date in 1953, Ernest Hemingway was awarded the Pulitzer Prize in Literature for his Old Man and the Sea, notoriously thin novel or novella. And since then, it's been debated as to whether he was truly awarded for this body or this piece as opposed to his body of work up until then. He probably earned it in multiple books prior to 1953. He wrote it in 51. It came out in 52. And I don't believe it's a first edition, although it costs $1.25. And this is one of our treasured books from the Dunbar Abston Memorial Library. It came out in 1952, and I thought I would read just a page of it for you. Even if you've read it before, and especially for an author who prided himself on the declarative statement and the simple sentence and saying things as they were. Here he is now, 30 years into practicing his art, which he would do standing up every morning as he wrote. But here he is in his full maturity. Sleep well, old man. The boy went out. They had eaten with no light on the table, and the old man took off his trousers and went to bed in the dark. He rolled his trousers up to make a pillow, putting the newspaper inside them. He rolled himself in the blanket and slept on the other old newspapers that covered the springs of the bed. He was asleep in a short time, and he dreamed of Africa when he was a boy, and the long golden beaches and the white beaches, so white they hurt your eyes, and the high capes and the great brown mountains. He lived along that coast now every night, and in his dreams he heard the surf roar and saw the native boats come riding through it. He smelled the tar and oakum of the deck as he slept, and he smelled the smell of Africa that the land breeze brought at morning. Usually when he smelled the land breeze, he woke up and dressed to go wake the boy. But tonight, the smell of the land breeze came very early, and he knew it was too early in his dream, and went on dreaming to see the white peaks of the islands rising from the sea. And then he dreamed of the different harbors and roadsteads of the Canary Islands. He no longer dreamed of storms, nor of women, nor of great occurrences, nor of great fish, nor fights, nor contests of strength, nor of his wife. He only dreamed of places now, and of the lions on the beach. They played like young cats in the dusk, and he loved them as he loved the boy. He never dreamed about the boy. He simply woke, looked out the open door at the moon, and unrolled his trousers and put them on. He urinated outside the shack, and then went up the road to wake the boy. He was shivering with the morning cold, but he knew he would shiver himself warm, and that soon he would be rowing. There's great tragedy around Ernest Hemingway in his life. And when his granddaughter killed herself, it would be 5 across 4 generations of Hemingways who had taken their own life. Hemingway's father took his life. And then in 1961, Hemingway in Idaho took his life, though his wife for years claimed that wasn't so. We know it was now. He had a lot of mental health issues, and a lot of things, very drastic, some of them, were attempted to create health and to heal him. And as those close to him thought he was going mad, He would continually say in his final years that the CIA, the FBI was following him, that he could hear them on the phone, that he could see them in the vistas. And this is what convinced those around him that he was beyond a remedy. Well, what we know now, as of about 10 years ago, is that the CIA really was surveilling him. They really were on the phone. They really were on the vista. In King Lear, there is a vista of desolation and death. And the last words of the play, as we have them, are spoken by Edgar. The weight of this sad time we must obey. Speak what we feel, not what we ought to say. The oldest hath borne most. We that are young shall never see so much, nor live so long. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care of yourselves and call someone who would love to hear from you today. Lots of love to you. Goodbye.